So basically, what I am reaching out to you about is that Winkler Elementary School's grade 4 students, their teachers, recently visited Discovery Nature Sanctuary last month, I think it was.
We did. It was the very end of January.
How'd that go?
It went really well. I mean, of course, it was really cold outside, and so our visits were pretty brief. We divided our students into, like, we have 3 grade 4 classes.
Mm-hmm.
So each class went separately and had an hour at the Discovery Nature Sanctuary. And Paul and Val met us there, and they acted as our tour guides. So they took us around, and they talked about the habitat and what is happening there and what the kids would observe in wintertime. We had done a previous visit in fall, and so now this was a chance to compare what we had observed in fall to how things have changed in winter.
Oh.
And our goal is to go back again in spring and do a third visit.
Okay, I love that. Typically try to get out there multiple times per school year?
You know, this is the first year that we have taken advantage of the sanctuary. And it ties in really well with a number of our outcomes at school. It ties into social studies, it ties into science, and it also connects to our goal of learning more about Manitoba's history and our local history and how this was home for Indigenous peoples and what was their life like, you know, before we were here. So it connects to all of these things.
And like how to survive during the different climates, that sort of thing?
Right. How they would have used the habitat and how they would have used the animals, how they would have survived, how it would have looked different from what it does now.
Okay. Is this something that the kids enjoy doing?
Anytime you can take learning outside of the classroom and go outside, the kids are always excited.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for us. And I think, Winkler is really growing and expanding, and sometimes people aren't always aware of the resources we have right in our own community.
Mm-hmm.
And so the sanctuary is an excellent resource for teachers. And I think the volunteers who are working there, I know Paul and Val were amazing. We connected with them ahead of time, and we shared with them some of our goals for our visit, and they showed up. They braved the cold with our kids, and they were tour guides, and they spoke, in relation to the outcomes we had talked to them about, and they explained things to the kids. They even brought some visuals along, and so it was a really good opportunity for us.
That is so cool. And why do you think it is that, anytime bringing the kids outside and learning outside in that outdoor environment, why do you think that sticks so much and it's something that's such a big deal?
I think a lot of a child's school experience is spent inside a classroom. And we do our best to make it interesting and engaging, but as soon as you can take kids outside of the classroom, it changes things up. You're in the fresh air, you're observing something different, you're learning in a different way, and so it catches their attention in a different way. Huge credit to Paul and Val. Each group went separately throughout the day. So, my class was outside for an hour, and it was a cold day. It's been cold. They were outside for each class. So they spent over 3 hours outside working with our kids. They worked hard to get stuff ready. They are an amazing resource. It worked out really well. Yeah. You can tell that this is their passion, that they've worked really hard to sort of help it grow to what it is. And it's a 5-minute bus ride instead of an hour bus ride.